Hello, my internet fans. We're here with another episode of Statboy Rants, and as always, these rants are Statboy approved. And the fallout from WrestleMania is is behind us. WrestleMania is a week old. People should still be talking about it because it was the biggest WrestleMania and all that stuff or whatever. But the dads on wrestling, they pretty much summed up how WrestleMania was. Not too happy about it. Some stuff went down that was just crazy, and like like the Renegade said, he was busy making our annual WrestleMania snack fest. The microwave hadn't even gone off, and we got a new World Heavyweight Champion. So, and if you remember, they've done that story before with Rey Mysterio and JBL for the IC title. So you see, they're rehashing old stories. The only excuse I could think about why they did that was they wanted to guarantee that Taker and Trips and Rock and Cena had enough time to really make the matches count. But like I say, WrestleMania is over and done with. But now we move on. We got Extreme Rules coming up at the end of April, which really hasn't been extreme for like damn near 6, 7, 8 years because it's so PG. Wrestling hasn't been extreme since the mid-90s. EC dub, EC dub. Oh, too soon? Although the promo was I will say it was a good promo. They actually had the rules, like a contract or whatever, and those are legit rules too. So, the main rant is going to be about what happened the next night, Monday Night Raw, Miami, Florida, American Airlines Arena, and of course, all the talent in the back, and Johnny Laurinaitis in a better looking suit than what he wore at WrestleMania, let's face it, because that was the worst, that was one of the god-awfulest suits I've ever seen. I can admit when a suit looks good on a person. The best suit a person can wear is a good old-fashioned black business suit, white shirt, black tie, and polished shoes. That's a good suit. White suits, no. White suits are ugly. Black suits are better. The good guys dress in black, remember that. MIB3 this summer. He says, I'm going to give the power, it's going to be a power struggle or power to the people or whatever, and it's like, really? Well, if you're going to do what the people want, John, then get the hell out of the WWE on-screen talent and sit back in your office in Stamford, Connecticut, on the upper floor of Titan Tower or WWE headquarters or whatever they're calling it. Pick up the phone, make your business deals, and put somebody the fans want to see. Okay? If there are fans out there, and if you honestly and truly like John Laurinaitis, I want to read about this in the comment box. I gotta know. And now, I don't want any BS. I want to honestly know why the people, if you're out there, why do you truly like John Laurinaitis? Okay? If I don't hear any comments about it, then it proves that he is a douchebag that nobody likes and nobody can hear anytime because his voice is too quiet. Thank you. Thank you, CM Punk, for pulling your punk card on John Laurinaitis. However, he had to go up against Mark Henry in a match, which kind of sucked because, one, there was no, winning by countout, yeah, you keep the title, but it kind of cheapens the fans. They want to see a pinfall or a submission. They don't want to see a countout because unless you legitimately get hurt. But The Rock comes out, starts out the show, boots to asses and all that stuff. And, of course, he says he has goosebumps, and unless you've got an HD TV or you're sitting up really close to the TV, which you shouldn't do because you'll hurt your eyes, I can't see Goosebumps. You got to get really. I have to look up Goosebumps on Wikipedia and all that stuff, and he praised John Cena, which is good, and I like the whole the JHC moment, and I understand that he could say Jesus, he could say H, but he couldn't say Christ. So of course they had to censor that out, and that's so someone yells out Jesus Christ, some people call it the bigwigs call it a racial slur, or not a racial slur, but one of the 7 deadly things you can't say on radio or TV, because I took radio classes, and the legal term is you can't say certain things on television, you can't say on radio, and one being Jesus Christ, you can't say that. Unless it's the way you say it. I mean, you're not going to see a 30-minute television show of a guy saying Jesus Christ over and over and over again. But it's like if you say it in anger, or you say it like a parent does when they get angry, you can't say it like that, But a pastor or a preacher or a minister or a holy person or whatever the proper term is can say it, and they won't censor it out, So my only problem with the whole segment was that John Cena was not there. It would have been nice to see the two, squash everything, shake hands, hug, whatever, and walk off. And then Raw kept promoting that Cena's going to call out The Rock. And it's like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, what does he need to call him out for? The match is over. The match is done with. So, Rock also claimed that he is going to be WWE champion at some point. He's turning 40 in next month. May 2nd, 2012 will be his 40th birthday. And 40 is not old. 40 is, a lot of people say, oh, I'm turning 40, and they think it's the end of the hill. The next thing you know, they're going to start planning their funeral at 40. Triple H is 40. He's past 40. Shawn's past 40. Taker is 47. Cena's still in his 30s. Randy's in his 30s. So if he can go with the belt, hey, give him another run. Adam Pearce is still doing it. Don't know how old Adam Pearce is, but he's on his one last run, and it's been a good long run for Adam Pearce. So if Rock can do it after he gets done promoting G.I. Joe, which comes out in June, give him some time for that. I don't know how much more filming needs to be done. If we're already getting promos for it, then filming is done, and he just has to worry about press and whatever other movies he's doing. That's fine. If he comes back like maybe once every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, give him a match every 2 months. Give him the belt. If you remember back in the 80s, Hulk Hogan, when he was champion, he would come out and cut promos. He wouldn't have big matches like Punk is doing now, like Cena was doing, like Trips was doing, like Taker was doing. It's like every other week there would be some kind of match, be it a tag match or a title match or a match that if you beat me, I'll give you a future title shot. That's what's happening with the wrestlers now, because they want to see the champion wrestle. But back then, it's like whenever it was the Big Four or a Saturday night main event or something big, the champ was wrestling. And all the tag team champions, the IC champions, the Euro champions, they would be on the card more than the heavyweight champion. Look it up, it's legit. So if that's what his contract states, that he has like a less of an appearance, hey, work with it. Also on Raw, Lord Tensai made his debut. You would know him as the A-Train or Prince Albert. And when he came out as this big star in Japan, almost like a samurai, not quite, not with all the heavy armor, but with the mask and the sash and all that stuff. And he took off his hood, and that is some really cool tattoos. I saw those and I was like, damn. Now I love tattoos. I can appreciate for it as a tattoo. I will, if I see a tattoo I like, I'm gonna give you your props for it. I'm just not into the whole needle buzzing thing, you know. So I may have to be like seriously wasted to get a tattoo, so that I'll forget about it the next day. It's like I'll have to go out and party and drink till I sleep, and then the next thing you know, it's like, hey, what the hell is this? You know, I see people with tattoos at work all the time, and I at least give them 15 seconds out of a 2-minute promo or whatever, or 2-minute interaction, and say, hey, you got some cool tattoos there. So Lord Tensai is back. They did, in a way, they did say that, you know, he was a former WWE star. They didn't say by name, but he's back, and he's a monster of a man too. And of course, the second big news, the next big thing is back. Brock Lesnar is back. He has signed a 1-year deal, which means he'll probably leave by WrestleMania 29 if he chooses not to resign. And Cena, of course, was in the ring, just like stating, you know, it's like the WWE universe and their writing team, you know, they're a great writing team and all that, but again, the fans are not stupid. We know what Cena is going to do, because we can figure it out. We all have working brains. It's like, you know, oh, Cena lost. Okay? People lose. You know, Ace Ventura said it the best. In every contest, there must be a loser. Okay? Because nobody wants a tie. Especially if you remember baseball back in the world when it was an all-star game and it ended in a tie. The fans were ticked off. Nobody wants a tie. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose, whether it's a squash, whether it's a blowout, or whether it's that close of a victory. You know? So it's like, you know, they made it sound like Cena was just going to walk out to the ring without his Cena gear in normal clothes. I mean, we're just talking a simple t-shirt and jeans, with his contract in his hand, and he says, well, you know what? I lost at WrestleMania. My life is over. My career is done. Find me a superstar that hasn't won a match yet at WrestleMania and is still in the WWE. Stat Boy Challenge. Wow. I may have started something. And he's happy. It's like I said, like I even said, you know, Shawn Michaels has lost at WrestleMania. He goes for that it move. John Cena lost at WrestleMania. Chris Jericho lost at WrestleMania. The only exception is The Undertaker. You know? The Undertaker hasn't lost at WrestleMania yet, and by my count, there are only 2, maybe 3 people that will either fight him next or will break the streak. The Rock, Cena, or now Brock Lesnar. One of those 3, okay, 4. Let's not forget about Punk. But one of those 4 now will get them, if Taker wants to go, because if he can go, he can go. You know, like I say, he's 47 years old. But also, 20 is a nice round number to end on. You know, it's like 20, you know, a $20 bill, 20 years, 20, 20, 20, 20, twin, twin, wow. And it's like, but Taker doesn't want to lose at WrestleMania because it's like the sky being blue, it's like water coming out of your faucet, it's like the air you breathe. So Brock comes back, you know, Cena says he's gonna keep moving forward, and he's just gonna wipe the slate clean and move on. You know? The fans want him to go heel. The fans want him to lash out and get mad and have all the veins pop out of his neck. He's not going to do it. Get over it. He doesn't. Well, I don't know if he wants to do it or not. I can't tell here nor there if he wants to. But Brock comes out, and of course, like I say, the fans ruined the moment by chanting, "We want Lesnar, we want Lesnar," because the fans knew the day of WrestleMania that he signed a contract, which was a bit of a botch, I think, because it's like, where's the surprise factor? Where's the it factor? You know, if Lesnar would have come out and came back, and then the fans kind of go, you know, what's Lesnar doing back? Get on the internet, oh, he signed a 1-year contract. Okay. I mean, you're not. It's like you're not gonna read the spoilers on the Oscars and find out that I don't know, this movie's gonna win the Best Picture, or you know, or you know, Tom Cruise is gonna do this, or Will Smith is gonna do that. You know, you want to have a little bit of a surprise factor. It's like walking up to somebody. Oh, we're gonna throw you a surprise birthday party on Friday at 6 o'clock, and you walk in at 6 o'clock and everyone's there, surprise, and you're not surprised. You know. Now, if Brock would have come out at WrestleMania, that would have been good, you know, and everything. But so where's Brock gonna go? He's obviously gonna do something with Cena, because you know Cena got big off of Brock's coattails with the F5 and the FU, and you know, me, Brock Lesnar, here comes the pain. God made me strong. Forget to give me brain. You know. They only had their, they had a small feud from what I would have looked up back in, where did I write it? 2003, after WrestleMania 19, going into Backlash. You know, that was it. Cena got the belt, Brock went off and did his thing, Cena blew up to beyond the stratospheres or whatever, and so, you know, where's it going to go? I hope they don't make Brock lose too quickly. Give him some wins. I'd like to see him touch on the MMA career, but that's a Dana thing. Dana White has said that he is very happy for Brock, you know, because Brock did his thing in UFC, you know, and then he got sick, and then he came back, and then he lost, and then he said he's done for good in UFC. So he's got Dana's blessing. I don't know if there's a UFC or a WWE, whatever, you know, but Brock showed that he can do the F5 again. We don't know what kind of shape he's in. We don't know if he has to be well enough to work for WWE. I'm hearing reports that he's got like a 35-week appearance out of 52 weeks. So there'll be some matches involved. There'll be, you know, I don't think it'll be a year-long storyline with Cena. You know, give him a push for the title, and who knows what's going to happen after that. Coming up on SmackDown. Watch SmackDown tonight. We got Del Rio and Sheamus. If Del Rio wins, he gets a future title shot. Like I say, that'll probably happen at Extreme Rules. Or the May pay-per-view, which is going to be... what is the May pay-per-view? Judgment Day, or no, not back. Whatever the May pay-per-view is. Moving on into June, July, August, he gets a title shot whenever if he wins. He probably will. Don't know where Teddy Long is going to go. I don't want to see him leave forever. Maybe he'll be like, just in case John Laurinaitis decides to take a break. You know, maybe Teddy will be the interim manager of SmackDown when Laurinaitis isn't around. Where was Taker at all during Raw? Taker didn't show up. You know, it would have been nice to see something with Taker and Trips. Unless they're hitting up the angle that maybe both are just kind of beat up and they just need time to relax. Shawn was not at Raw because if you follow him on Twitter, at Shawn Michaels, he flew home. He did his job and went home. He's happy on his ranch. He's got work to do down there. So that's pretty much it. We're done for this episode. We had a very busy weekend. We had the Kings game at Staples Center. We had the Angel game at Angel Stadium. We're beat. So, you know. I've been following Pujols on my Statboy Rants page too, or on my Facebook page. He's a big name. $250 million, a lot of money. Let's put those comments in, folks. Give me some questions to rant about for future episodes. Follow me on Facebook. Follow my Statboy Rats page. Follow me on Twitter at LBKids or LBStatKid1977. And I will see you next week. Statboy out.